Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you my quick and non-spoiler review of Edge of Spider-Verse #1. This is a brand new miniseries. It's going to be 5 issues. The first issue came out this week from Marvel Comics at the time of this recording. In this video I'm going to give you my quick thoughts, show you a couple pages of the artwork that we have inside here, and at the end of the video I'll give you my final score rating. So I will say just up front, I really didn't like this issue all that much. I mean, these kind of prelude miniseries that they've done that lead into these big Spider-Verse events have never been quite as big a deal as the actual event itself is, obviously, and most of the time you don't actually need to read these lead-up miniseries. So I'm going into this pretty tentatively. I wasn't even sure that I would continue on with the series. I wasn't even considering getting this first issue in the first place. I decided to check it out to make a review, but I really don't think I'm going to grab issue 2. Partly just I didn't like the stories that they had in the issue that much. There were 4 different stories in this first one. It started with a story about this new character called Spider-Laird. It's like 4 pages done by Dan Slott. He's going to be the one writing the new Spider-Man ongoing series with Mark Bagley on the artwork, and that's what this new Edge of Spider-Verse 5-issue miniseries is leading into, right? Each issue is going to have like 3 or 4 different stories, introducing new Spider-Verse characters, also like bringing in old ones. So there was also a Spider-Man Noir story in this one, who's obviously already been around, and then we had an Aranya story, which I was actually a little bit more interested in because I don't know too much about that character, but it was like diving into some of her history and some villain that I didn't really understand. None of the stories, to be completely honest, are just that well written. You could tell that they brought in a lot of new creators for them. Basically, we've just got this outline, right? Like the end of the Spider-Verse is coming, so Madame Web and these other people are recruiting all the different Spider-Verse characters. That's always how it's been in these Edge of Spider-Verse miniseries. So we see Madame Web kind of as like the backbone of this entire miniseries leading forward. It already happened like 3 times in this first issue with her appearing at the end and like, come with me, we need to save the Spider-Verse, right? I'm recruiting people, the Inheritors are back. So I'm honestly still really excited for the new End of Spider-Verse event, which is happening in the new Spider-Man series. But to be honest, this first issue really wasn't it for me. So I won't be picking up issue number 2, but the artwork I will say in general was fairly decent. The last story, like I said, the Spider-Man Noir one was a little bit redeeming, and we also had this Spider T-Rex story that I forgot to mention, so that was also kind of weird but hard to follow. Also, like the plot was all jumbled because that was only like 3 or 4 pages. I personally don't plan on grabbing the next 4 issues just because each issue is $5 and it releases so often. This is probably going to be pretty insignificant in the long run, which I know is something you can say about pretty much every Marvel comic these days. Most things aren't too important. Still the same though, I don't think I'll plan on picking up issue 2. Overall though, the artwork wasn't great, the writing wasn't great. There was some kind of good stories though, like I like the Aranya one and the Spider-Man Noir one more than the other 2, I would say. Overall, I'm going to give this first issue a 5 out of 10. I just say it was pretty decently average. I didn't like it that much. I didn't hate it either. It was just an okay read, didn't really change anything for me. We already know End of the Spider-Verse is coming, so we don't necessarily need these stories introducing these new characters or anything, because they're probably going to be pretty insignificant, once the event actually rolls around anyway. So those are my thoughts on Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1, leading into the new End of the Spider-Verse miniseries. It's a little bit of a mouthful there. Let me know what you guys thought of my review, and if you already read the issue, let me know what you thought of it down in the comment section below as well. And if you want to show a little bit more support to the channel, you can also hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.